Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Bob from Trade Genius, the 5th of September. I want to show you first some good news. Well, good news all around, really, for us. But the natural gas drillers look like they might be trying to form a bottom. This is a daily chart. And the reason why I have the daily up, I don't trade off the daily, but I always look at to see where price is relative to the 65-day moving average. And we had a nice little short squeeze here coming off this bottom move. And now what I like to see happen is to actually have it push through, come back down, and then look for another move higher. And also CHK. So it's more than just one stock. And CHK actually even looks even healthier. So this might be the one I may chase. Here's a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders right here, and I'm tempted to take a shot at this here. And natural gas is holding up. I tried to catch a reversal on it with the news today, but it's not coming down. So, and we probably gonna have a quite a bit of a drawdown, I think, in nat gas in the coming in the winter. So it may hold price up. So and it's going into a little bit of its season right now, so we might get a nice move here. So it looks like there's a tradable low for us, and I'll probably enter something here tomorrow or Monday, and I'll look at some other players in that market too, because I think there's some opportunities here. This is another energy stock as well, and so we'll see. I'm just going to kind of keep my eye on it. Now on the I was talking about this yesterday. I expected this move in the in gold and silver because they always seem to do this the day before the employment report, and double because we're coming off a huge move, parabolic move high in silver, and also in the upcoming Fed meeting. I think they're trying to tamp down expectations on this, and this is what happened today. So I actually went short on this move here off my original sell signal. Let me go to the 4 hour. Okay, here on my original 4 hour sell signal, and that's usually a pretty good confirmation. But then they blew it up higher, and when it got to the third standard deviation, then I was convinced they're going to try to bring this thing down. And they sure did. I mean, this is a big move down. I mean, 10% move, and I don't think it's over. So I'm looking, to be honest with you guys, I'm looking to. I'm always honest with you guys. A turn of a phrase, I guess. To be frank with you guys, I'm still looking at it, testing the breakout and have this thing come back down to like $31. So I still have my puts. They're still for September. And they went from, I guess that was a bad trade, to I think I'm going to make some really good money off of this trade. And it wasn't just that. We also had nugget puts. And as of yesterday, I was actually, the worst they could do is break even, because I was at, I had 40 38s and 40 38. So my 40 was for this Friday. And so 2 weeks ago when I put the trade on, I had a 40 bought and a 38 sold for past Friday, and that expired, and I rolled that to 38 this Friday, and so my trade was at break even at worst. And then this happened overnight. They just dumped it from 45 down here to 38, and I don't think this move is done yet. I think they're going to try to push this thing down even further. It's at two standard deviations, and I held, but it looks pretty weak, and so I'm looking for this thing to actually push down a little bit further. But I'll evaluate if tomorrow they get any kind of pull up on this thing, then I'll just close the trade and take my profit. So I'm nicely profitable on it right now. And other than that, I put some buy limits in mind here for my trade for to get back into the miners here in 2 weeks. I think this move in silver and gold in the miners is going to probably go all the way through next week. When the bankers get to put this stuff on the run, they really, really, really could chase people out, and I think that's probably what's going to happen. So just be careful with that, and then just wait our turn, because it's really going to be all about the Fed in September. The Fed is stingy, then our trade's going to be making money shorting the market. If the Fed is generous with the cuts, then our trade's going to be long gold, silver, and the miners. And I'll show you one more thing here before I let you go, because I was looking to see if they're trying to roll this into a economic good guy. So I'm watching FCX, and it had to pop up, but it came right back down again. I'll show you on a daily too. So I was unimpressed, and I've gotten caught on this thing a couple times when I think we're going to get a move, but it doesn't sustain. And look, an inverted hammer on this move. So it's already kind of giving up the ghost here a little bit, and so I don't think there's an economic play. I just think the Fed is playing a very dangerous game, and because the stock market is absorbing all the buying, that they're going to starve the rest of the economy off. Because copper, speaks to economics. Gold and silver speaks to too much fiat and not enough credit costs, and the stock market is, I don't know, it's I guess pretty much insane. So there's no really rule of math there, other than they've driven down the cost of credit so far worldwide that people have no alternative but to be pushed into the stock market looking for yield. But that can evaporate in a moment's notice, and we can have ourselves looking at some pretty significant losses. But in the meantime, I think they're going to push the stock market up into the I'll just show you real quick here while I have you. I think they're going to push the stock market up into the 30-40 area, like I thought last week, and it's breaking up. And this was that inverted head and shoulders move that was playing out, and so there it is. And this is classic too. When the right shoulder on an inverted is higher than the left shoulder, that means there's buyer interest. And you just take the measurement here, 28.40, 29.40. You can even use 29.80. You could say this thing can go to 30.60. So I would just be careful shorting this thing right now, and you'll get your chance up here at a higher level when the companies can't match these expectations. Anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Unemployment report should be interesting, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.